we're hearing really big announcements here. We're live on the Marathon Desk, hosted by Bitcoin Magazine at Bitcoin 2022. I'm your host, Natalie Brunell. I'm joined by an amazing panel. Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports, Ben Askren, former UFC fighter, and Alex McShane, also of Bitcoin Magazine. First of all, please subscribe to this page, like this video so more people see it. And we've got to discuss this because nation states are adopting Bitcoin, small regions, autonomous regions, islands adopting Bitcoin, and we're hearing potentially Mexico. So I'm going to throw it to Dave first. What was your reaction to this? I mean, pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are going to have to explain what that exactly means to me. Like, what it's replacing their current currency. I mean, you can use Bitcoin here too. So I don't know what that means. So somebody smarter can explain it.
Well, it looks like more places you're going to be able to use it in tandem with, say, their foreign currency or the U.S. dollar. A lot of people obviously using the U.S. dollar, but I think its strength as the global reserve currency is just weakening so much. Ben, what did you think about, some of these announcements by Samson, who said he was going to have a mic drop moment?
I don't know if it was big enough to do a mic drop. In all fairness, Samson. But what it made me think of is a sovereign individual, which is kind of a Bitcoiner book about how people are going to be able to choose where they live, and they're going to have laws that speak to them. And so with Prospera and I think it's Mediera, they have Bitcoin-friendly laws, and I'm sure they're going to try to attract a lot of Bitcoin companies and Bitcoiners to those places.
Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, some of the announcements that were made were Prospera, an island in Honduras, Madeira, which is an autonomous region in Portugal. Apparently, it's an archipelago of islands. Sounds like a place I want to go. And a senator from Mexico spoke that they're going to introduce potentially a Bitcoin law. So Samson, I think, is going to speak to the president. Alex, what's your reaction?
I'm just impressed with Samson. He's stepped away from his career to take on this new role as a Bitcoin ambassador to nation states, and he's showing us what he's accomplished in just a few months. We've got Bitcoin in Madeira, autonomous region of Portugal. We've got Prospera, an island in Honduras, and he's meeting with the president to discuss Bitcoin as legal tender in Mexico. I mean, I think this is great. This is a fantastic win. I tend to agree with Ben. Probably can't top that El Salvador announcement. Hard to beat from last year.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
So is it just a travel ad for these companies, basically?
No, I think so,
Like,
Dave. I think it's important is when these companies hold the United States dollar as a federal reserve, as a reserve currency, and it's devaluing itself, that's going to hurt them, right? Because they're holding all their wealth in dollars.
Right.
And if they hold it in Bitcoin and Bitcoin increases in value, then their reserves increase also.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are learning that Dave's still very skeptical about
We'll
Bitcoin.
get him.
Like
No,
maybe
no,
some of you in the audience are.
I'm in on it. Just sometimes
He's a bullish bear on Bitcoin.
I mean, I don't think I'm walking down the street and being like, what was the name of one of these countries?
Prospera.
Prospera just went Bitcoin, and people are like, oh my God, I don't know that that's happening.
Every little step counts. And, one of the things Michael Saylor has talked about,
That's
he's
the guy
one
who
of the
buys
next
it all,
speaker.
right?
Yeah,
That's the guy
I mean,
that
he's
buys
one of the
it all.
best speakers on Bitcoin, right? Michael has been saying that a lot of the currencies, they're gonna collapse into the dollar,
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
then
happened.
the dollar potentially, maybe into Bitcoin. But right now, you can't put your money in anything that's not a melting ice cube, except for Bitcoin.
I think this actually mimics the Michael Saylor model of coming to Bitcoin first from a country lens as a defensive tool to prevent you from leaking your assets through, through the
100%.
currency, from leaking the value of them.
I can't recommend the Sovereign Individual enough, though. Really great book, and just speaks to, hopefully, we as individuals, the nation-state model is going to go away, and we're going to get to choose the region that we want to live in based on their laws and regulations.
Totally. People are going to vote with their feet. All right, we've got
Absolutely.
less than a minute left, so anything you guys are really looking forward to in this conversation, Michael Saylor, Kathy Wood, the future's bright.
This is going to be the Giga Chat of Giga Chat combos. We've been looking forward to this all morning.
I don't know what they're talking about, but I love these two, so let's do it.
So we're here at the Marathon Desk, hosted by Bitcoin Magazine, live at the Bitcoin Conference. Make sure to tune back in. We're here between the conversations. We're reacting live to all these announcements. So next up is Michael Saylor and Kathy Wood, and join us for the chat and the banter afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.